Economic development cannot be a band-aid. It is a long-term process that requires commitment to retraining our workforce. And as I said before, this can only be successful in a city where people feel safe. So before we can even begin to think about luring new industries to Baltimore, we need to think about how we can make these neighborhoods and this city safe once again.
Mr. Carcetti may think it's in his interest to exploit people's fears. He's been doing it throughout this campaign. I'm offended by it personally, but the fact is that violent crime is down citywide, and our police department is working hard to keep it that way, and will continue to do so under my administration.
Councilman Carcetti, you have 2 minutes to respond.
Does anyone in this room really believe that crime is down in Baltimore?
You calling me a liar, Tommy?
Gentlemen, please, no personal interactions. Councilman Carcetti.
Can the mayor honestly tell the people of Rosemont, of Bel Air, Edison, of Highlandtown, or Cherry Hill there's less drug dealing, less violence? Any statistics coming from the police department cannot be trusted because under this mayor, the police are more concerned with protecting Clarence Royce politically than fighting crime. There's no leadership and morale has never been lower. I'll change that. It's business as usual down at City Hall, and as a result, our response to crime has been characterized time and time again by wanton indifference. What do I mean by business as usual? What do I mean by wanton indifference? Well, last night in West Baltimore, on Lanville Street, another citizen was shot and killed. This time the victim was a key witness in a drug case that had yet to come to court. Courageously, this man had agreed to testify in 2 weeks' time in that case. The police should have been protecting him. They were not, and he was murdered.
Oh, shit.
And why?
You prime time,
This
ain't
mayor
it?
did not spend the money to protect him. Now, I have no doubt that in a moment or two, Clarence Royce will accuse me of exploiting this man's death for my own political purpose, but the truth is, a year ago, I wrote the mayor a letter. I have copies for anyone who wants one. I begged him to spend the money and make witness protection a priority. He ignored me. I even teamed up with our legislative leaders, Delegate Watkins and others, to get matching funds for witness protection approved in Annapolis. And incredibly, those matching funds were never claimed by this administration. Now, to mention this now may be exploitive. I don't know. I only know it's true. And on such truths, I ask the voters of our city to consider a change. So,
y'all wanna get with me?
Yeah, we need to holler at your boy. You know, the one that dimed on Omar's bitch. Can't recall his name.
Which one?
You know, the one that was at the Greeks tonight. We paid him for the lookout.
What y'all need him for?
What's it to you?
You ain't gotta worry about him.
Say what?
He's gone. He's out the game.
Out the game.
Yo, the man asked you a simple question.
Look, I don't mean y'all no disrespect. You know I don't. But I'm sitting here telling you that the boy is out the game. And even if he wasn't out the game, he wouldn't be no problem.
Well, you know we just want to talk to him, D.
Avon. Let the boy be.
What up, man?
Same old, same old.
What's up with that boy?
Oh, man. He just a punk, that's all. D put him back on the count, though.
A word? I heard he was out the game.
He was, but he back now.
Where he been at?
Down his granny house, he said.
It's Granny, huh? I heard he damn near shit his pants when he saw what happened to Omar's bitch.
He just ain't built for this, you know? Heart pump Kool-Aid.
Right. What about you? You built for this shit?
No doubt.
You ready to put the work in? You got heat? All right, soldier.
Yo, check this poop. Little man left us playing shit.
Man, you's a weak-ass nigga, man. You should have stayed down in the country, man.
Yo, I'm a nigga, yo.
You fucking brought this on yourself, man.
We boys.
You brought this on yourself.
Ain't gotta be like this, yo. We be niggas, man. BC, remember that?
Come on. You wetting your fucking pants like you a little boy. Be a man. Stand up like a motherfucking man.
My niggas, yo.
Man, you said you was a fucking man. Stand up straight.
That's us, man.
Do it, goddammit, if you gonna...
What up, Rick? It's like old times for me and you, huh?
Whatever you want, it's yours, all right?
Well, tonight, I'm just gonna take your jump. And leave you with a little something.
What's that?
My word in your ear. I'm calling Marlo a straight bitch. Saying it don't take much to shoot down a blind man. And as for him stepping to me, you tell that dude he ain't got the heart.
All right.
You tell that man I'm in the street, waiting. Just like a little bitch, he ain't nowhere to be found.
I'll tell him. I will.
Pick up your keys and go inside, yo.
Picked the wrong man this time.
They must not heard about you, Senator.
I don't run from a fight.
I know that.
Because the people know. Nah, I'm talking about the people now. The people know what I've done for West Baltimore and this city as a whole. They know the battles I fight in Annapolis every day. They know these charges ain't nothing but BS.
Oh, hey, hold it now. It's radio.
I gotta hold my tongue. I know. I don't want nobody pulling y'all's broadcasting license, so I can't say it like I feel it. But I wanted to come here on your show tonight, and thank you so much for the opportunity, my brother. But I wanted your listeners to be the first to hear it from my mouth. I have committed no crime, and I am going to keep on doing the people's work without breaking stride.
I want to thank you for that, Senator.
We want to depict the Dickensian lives of city children and then show clearly and concisely where the school system has failed them.
Not to defend the school system, but a lot of things have failed those kids. They're marginalized long before they walk into class.
You want to look at who these kids really are, you got to look at the parenting or lack of it in the city. The drug culture, the economics of these neighborhoods.
And yet the schools are something that we can't address.
Yeah, sure, we beat up on city schools. Lord knows they deserve to be beat on every once in a while. But then we're just as irrelevant to these kids as the schools are. I mean, it's like you're up on a corner of a roof and you're showing some people how a couple of shingles came loose, and meanwhile, a hurricane wrecked the rest of the damn house.
You don't need a lot of context to examine what goes on in one classroom.
Oh, really? I think you need a lot of context to seriously examine anything.
No. I think Scott is on the right track. We need to limit the scope, not get bogged down in details.
To do what? To address the problem or to win a prize? I mean, what are we doing here?
Look, Gus, I know the problems. My wife volunteers in a city school. But what I want to look at is the tangible. where the problem and solution can be measured clearly.
There's more impediments to learning than a lack of materials or a dysfunctional bureaucracy.
But who's going to read that? What is this series about in a sentence? What's the budget line?
Johnny can't write because Johnny doesn't have a fucking pencil.
Augustus, I'm not as simple-minded as you might think. Now, what do you want, an educational project or a litany of excuses? I don't want some amorphous series detailing society's ills. If you leave everything in, soon you've got nothing. I think the schools are ripe for exploration, and I think Scott might be the man to lead the charge.
I got them teas. Red top, got them red top. Rockefeller, got those Rockefeller, hey! Yo, Johnny.
So guys.
Shit, Johnny, man.
Just been chasing that pipe, you know. Just got me all digging and scratching. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, come on, man. You need a break, okay? I'm serious, man. You need a break. Come on, man.
Ah, man, look around you. Soldier's paradise, man.